on. The security system? Nah, I don't need to look at any of that. T3M4. You look like you've suffered a lot of damages over the years. Deet. How much damage? Yeah, I'm gonna... So you lost a lot of programs in your behavior core, in addition to the damage to your frame? Yes, you twat. Well, I'm sure you'll gain that skill back. I'm glad you came. I'm glad to have you along. I might be able to upgrade your memory core. Let me have a look. Hold on, how do you feel? Due to your computer skills, T3 has gained +1 intelligence. Fuck yeah! I didn't even know about that. I had other questions. Yeah, okay. More and more computer spikes. Always good to have those. No reason to not ask it. Here's our damaged HK unit. Obviously, you know, once I get all the unit pieces for it, I'll be able to repair it. This looks like the remains of an HK unit, but older and more corroded than the one you encountered on Paragus. Its power core still carries a charge, but a number of critical parts appear to be missing. Repair. Diagnose the droid. It looks as if the droid is missing 4 critical components. Its droid processor, a replacement droid chassis, the control cluster that's supposed to be stored in the chassis, and a vocabulator. Repair. Take the vocabulator and insert it into the core. Success! You've installed the droid's vocabulator. Alright. Now we just need a chassis, the control cluster, and something else that I know, but I'm not going to tell you. I don't know if I can use my people's skills to upgrade stuff, like when I'm out like on different planets and stuff with a group. I can only use the person's skills who are with me in that group if I click on their portrait and switch over to them. But if I'm on the ship, it's been a while. I don't know if I can use their skills while I'm, like, you know, on here. So let's find out. Let's see, longsword, blaster rifle. Yeah, it looks like I can't use their stuff. Wait, because I'd like to make a vibro sword. Vibro swords are really good to have until you get to the upper bits, but until you get a lightsaber. All right, now this is going to be a Talky episode. I may even go back up and talk to Atten here in a minute. I think it's Atten, isn't it? Because wait. Is it Atten? Because if it is Atten, then I have no idea who the smuggler guy from your first one... Yeah, then I have no idea who the smuggler guy from the first one is anymore. I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I played the Old Republic, the first one. Alright, let's talk to Craig.
Come for more answers.
Oh, sorry. Old habit. When you lost your hand, I felt it too.
That does not surprise me, any more than you hearing my thoughts when we were apart. The pain, however, was unexpected. If I could, I would have shielded you from it.
That would have been nice. See, I don't want to get dark-sidey, but I know that she wants me to say, then consider the pain a lesson. But I want to be a good guy, but I want to gain... This is the really bit, like, the mind-fucky part of playing this game is you want to be a good guy, right? You want to be a good guy, but certain people will you'll lose influence with them if you if you say good guy stuff to them. So you have to say bad guy stuff to them, but then you're getting dark side. But if you're saying bad guy stuff to them, you're bringing them towards the light, so you're getting extra people on the light side. So isn't in the end that a good guy action? So, but that's another dimension that my character doesn't even know about, so he wouldn't answer it that way. He would He would say, if I could, I would have protected you.
Save your pity. I am here to
It's not
save
pity,
you, not
it's
the other
love.
way around.
If we travel together, then we need to work together.
I do not need your condescension nor your lectures. If anyone needs training and guidance, it is you.
Anyways, the pain I felt when you lost your hand, what if it had been more intense?
I do not know. I fear that the consequences would have been more extreme.
More extreme? I felt like my hand was dipped in molten carbonite. Bitch!
Then the sensation you would feel upon my death might be less than that, though much quicker.
Ow.
Possibly, yes, and I fear it works both ways. I would not wish to test it, nor should you.
Yeah, basically what I did, I forgot to read again, so I'm sorry. I basically asked, would it kill me if she had died? What can we do? I don't want my actions to place you at risk. Then we'll work together and try and be careful until we can fix this. This link is a threat to me and an inconvenience we need to sever it now. But at your age, you could die at any moment, especially considering the way you act. Alright, we'll go with number one. I don't want my actions to place you at risk. Then we'll work together and try to be careful until we can fix this. Number two sounds good.
When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus.
Does our connection have any advantages?
It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
You and Cray possess the Force Chain special ability. When either of you uses a Force power on yourself, the other gains the benefit as well. So, if I heal myself, she gets healed.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks.
You lost a hand! Anyways, so what do we do now?
I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp. If you fall, all the galaxy will echo it.
I wonder how she's going to dual wield. Anyways. But there must be some place we can go.
It does not matter where we go. It is not the destination that matters. It is the journey. All paths will take us to the end, whatever it may be, and no matter how strongly we fight against it. For now, we are bound for Telos, and that is enough.
Where are we bound again? Taking the hobbits to Isengard. What did he say? Enough for what?
Before the war, Jedi who failed their training were sent to the fields of Telos to serve the galaxy, not as Jedi Knights, but as farmers and laborers. The destruction of Telos was complete. I doubt any Jedi remain. Yet there may be echoes of their passing. We shall see.
That has got to be a horrible existence. You're training to be a warrior of the Republic or of the, Jedi Order. We don't really like you. Go farm. Cow. Did they use the Force to grow their crops? Was it Force wheat? Sorry. And if we find no trace of Jedi teachings on Telos to help us?
Then I am left with nothing more than we had already. My faith in you and your ability to meet what comes.
Wasn't that nice? There were other questions I wish to ask you.
Ask, and I will answer.
In case you haven't figured it out already, this is going to be a very wordy episode. Getting backstory on what's going on and that kind of stuff. If you are going to watch this whole Let's Play, then you're probably going to be able to get a good backstory on what happens in the first game as well, because I pretty much knew what happened in the first game before I even played it, because I had this one first. So, there's that. Can you tell me what happened since the Mandalorian was here? A little bit of backstory.
Much has happened in the galaxy in your absence, and since the defeat of the Mandalorians at Malachor 5.
Malachor 5. What happened after the war?
As you know, Revan and Malak went to war against the Mandalorians, and you followed under Revan's banner. As Revan and Malak fought the Mandalorians in battle after battle, they grew to despise weakness, just as the Mandalorians did. In the end, the Mandalorians had taught them through conflict, shaped the Jedi, and turned them into a weapon against the Republic.
And that was the Jedi's.
Revan and Malak, and all the Jedi that served them, turned against the Republic and the Jedi Order. Jedi fought Jedi. Revan was ambushed by the Jedi and captured. Malak continued to wage war in his master's place, inflicting terrible wounds on the Republic. Wounds that bleed still.
How were Malak and the Sith defeated?
As all Sith do without a strong enemy, the Sith turned on each other. Revan escaped the Jedi and returned to finish Malak, and that was the end of the Jedi Civil War.
But what happened to Revan?
After defeating Malak, Revan left the Republic, and there are none who know where he has gone. It is said that the Sith remnants turned on themselves after Revan defeated Malak, reducing Korriban to ruin as the Republic still bleeds and struggles for life. Where Revan wanders now, I do not know.
I would like to know. So Revan saved the Republic?
It would seem that way from a certain point of view, perhaps. The Jedi Civil War left wounds that have yet to heal. We shall see if the Republic has the strength to survive.
Sorry if my mic just made a weird noise. Then we shall do what we can until it has a chance to recover from the war.
A culture's teachings, and most importantly the nature of its people, achieve definition in conflict. They find themselves or find themselves lacking. Too long did the Republic remain unchallenged. It is a stagnant beast that labors for breath and has for centuries. The Jedi Order was the heart that sustained its sickness. Now the Jedi are lost. We shall see how long the Republic can survive.
Perhaps it's better that the Republic stands on its own.
We shall see. The Jedi Civil War cost the Republic much. The resources of the Sith seemed limitless. The Republic's was not. Fleets of warships, soldiers, and people were lost. Entire planets were decimated. Their inhabitants dead or refugees. It is a great burden for any civilization to bear. And this new threat, it is a quiet thing. Unlike the Jedi Civil War, it drives at something deeper than the strength of the Republic. It is aimed at you.
This threat is directed against me.
The Republic was never what was important, ever. It was but a shell that surrounds the Jedi, just as the teachings of the Jedi are a shell surrounding the heart of man. You see, the war, the true war, has never been one waged by droids or warships or soldiers. They are but crude matter, obstacles against which we test ourselves. The true war is waged in the hearts of all living things, against our own natures, light or dark. That is what shapes and binds this galaxy, not these creations of man. You are the battleground, and if you fall, the death of the Republic will be such a quiet thing, a whisper, that shall herald the darkness to come.
There were other questions I wished to ask you.
Ask.
Let's continue in an upward direction. When we were on Paragus, I could feel the Force again.
Indeed. And was it the
No, it was different. Faint.
If my suspicions are correct, perhaps the damage the Jedi Council did was not as permanent as they thought. It is not an easy thing to cut one off from the Force.
Wait, the Jedi did this to me.
What did you believe? That you suddenly lost your connection with the Force without reason?
But to cut someone off from the Force, it feels like losing all your senses at once. Sorry, I'm trying to get a consistent, tone going on for the reading of it, and it's making me laugh. Anyways.
Indeed it is. It is much like losing one's ability to listen, or being put into a deep sleep, unable to awaken to the galaxy around you. Such a thing has been done before, when Jedi have pronounced sentence on their own, and exiled them as they did you.
Then there must be a way to reverse what they did.
It is possible that such a thing can be undone. Still, even so, the chances of the Jedi undoing such a thing for a traitor is a slim thing at best, assuming they yet live.
But you said it's possible. How?
Our link may have had other consequences. Perhaps you can hear the Force again, distantly, through me. If so, then there is hope. I may be able to teach you, train you to feel the Force again. And if you will not allow me to help you, then other Jedi must train you, or undo the damage they have done.
I will honor whatever training you wish to give me.
Do not honor me, fallen Jedi. Honor it by listening and learning. Do that, and perhaps we shall survive this thing, you and I. I offer to train you to become strong again, to know the ways of the Force, and to hear the Force sing within you as it once did.
I would welcome whatever aid you offer.
Then our training shall begin. Whenever I travel with you, I shall impart what I can to you, through my words and presence.
There was other questions I wish to ask.
Ask.
Alright, moving up the list. I need to know more about the Sith that are hunting us.
These Sith, they seek the death of all Jedi, as have all the Sith, since the Jedi Order was first split.
First split.
Yes, the Jedi Civil War is not the first one of its kind. Thousands of years ago, the Jedi had another civil war that split the Order. It was a terrible thing. A faction among the Jedi abandoned the teachings of the Order, following their own path. They waged war on their fellow Jedi, a war that raged across the galaxy. But these fallen Jedi were cast out, defeated, and they retreated to worlds in the Outer Rim. Over time, they took on the mantle of the Lords of the Sith, but in their hearts they never forgot the Jedi. The hatred for the Jedi Order burns in their veins like fire and echoes in their teachings. Revan tasted it, as Malak did.
So these Sith continue the crusade?
In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are concerned only with the destruction of the Jedi. For them, it is all that matters, all that ever mattered. It is a different war these Sith wage, a thing of silence and shadow.
Ninja
They strike
Jedis.
from the darkness, hiding from the face of the galaxy until all Jedi are exterminated. After
Ninja
all the
Sith.
Jedi are gone, then the galaxy is theirs, no matter whether the Sith or the Republic rules. It is the dark side that shall reign, unchecked.
That is one of the scariest things in the world. A ninja Sith. I've never seen Sith assassins like those on the Harbinger.
I believe them to be the result of special teachings. Their apparent weakness against you is evidence of this. Those Sith assassins can sense their prey through the Force. It is like a hunger. They feed and grow stronger when they are near Force sensitives. The stronger their prey is in the Force, the deadlier they become. As long as you were cut off from it, you were able to evade their sight. But after Paragus, I fear that you will be no longer shielded from their eyes, or the eyes of their masters. The stronger you grow, the more will come.
So basically, the more we level up, the more of them we'll have to fight. Alright.
Ask.
Other things I wanted to talk about.
These... Yeah, but the... But... In a manner of speaking, they are different from Malak in that they are considered... It is a different war these Sith, after all the Jedi...
Alright.
Ask. I do not know. The Sith struck more swiftly than I thought, and they will not stop until they have you in their grasp.
Alright.
All. Before the
Alright, this is a lot to take in at once. I need time to reflect.
I would see to that fool in the cockpit, and remind him of our destination. I would not want him attempting to veer from Telos.
He's not a fool, but he does feel odd to me.
He is a fool and an imbecile. His potential lies downwards, not up.
Aren't you
Watch that
vicious?
one. His thoughts are slippery. I do not trust him, and nor should you. Such a man serves himself first, and his allies next.
Influence gained with Korea, influence lost with Korea. See, that's the influence system. You make choices, and if the person you're talking to likes the choices, then it's good. And it's really easy to, well, you know, what is the word? Wow, I can't believe I forgot this word. From one point of view, it's really easy to look and see that it's easier to, you know, get people to like you when you're on the ship, but, comparatively. How the fuck did I forget the word comparatively? I think I've gone mentally retarded. But comparatively to when you're out in missions and stuff, you have two people with you, and if you've got like a certain party type you like to use, but those two people in the party don't like each other, and you make opposite decisions, much like Dragon Age, they'll get pissy. Or a fool, or
How's
whatever.
our passenger? She's still aging?
Cryptic as always.
What a surprise. Just so you Jedi know, the whole cryptic routine isn't mysterious, it's just irritating. If you really can see the future, you should be at the Pazak table.
But to know the future, one must know yourself.
What was that, some kind of joke? That's what I'm talking about. Jedi talk.
A little bit.
You two should start your own little Jedi Academy. All right, cut it out. I get it. Last Jedi in the galaxy, I get the comedian who runs around in his underwear. Not that I'm complaining. Most Jedi wouldn't know a joke if it crawled up their lightsabers. Our passenger, for example.
I don't think Kreia is a Jedi.
Then she must be royalty. Because she's got to be queen of the galaxy to bark out orders like that. Or maybe she's senile. I mean, how old do you think she is?
Sudden
She may have been
track
good-looking
change.
once. But it takes some hard living to make creases like that.
You know, I'm not gonna really take my advice from somebody who's typing on thin air.
Hey, I just got out of prison.
Look
If
at
we
that.
had a decent navicomputer, trust me, we'd be dropping out of hyperspace into the Nar Shaddaa Red Sector right now. After spacing that old witch, of course.
Let's just focus on getting to TOs for the time being.
Like we have a choice? It's the only place Varagus... If you thought Varagus was dead, then Telos is a dying world they're trying to breathe back to life. Should be there before too long. You can check our course on the galaxy map if you want. It's on the wall behind you.
Alright, I'll do that.
So, what happened?
To what?
Don't give me that. There were plenty of times back on Paragus where a lightsaber would have been helpful. So where's yours?
I left it with the Egos. I'm kidding, of course I'm not bringing back the Egos thing that died with whatever it was that I did that with. Anyways, exiles aren't allowed to keep their lightsabers.
Oh yeah? I thought a Jedi was supposed to be married to their lightsaber. Guess I heard wrong. Were you a single hilt or one of those double-bladed Jedi?
Now, the first time I ever played this, I remember thinking, oh, I want to dual wield, so I chose double-bladed. Double-bladed in this one means Darth Maul lightsaber, like the middle hilt with like a blade on each side, not dual wielding. So, and we're gonna be going for dual wielding. So,
Huh. Figures. It wasn't red, was it?
both the blade and the crystal were unique.
Yeah? Unique how?
It was a Viridian blade? Silver, like the streams in the room of 1,000 fountains on Coruscant. Or Viridian, one the Jedi Order had never seen before. I like that. Nobody else has ever seen it.
Must have been something. Sure be nice to have it now. Might make those Sith think twice before coming after us.
It is no matter. It was taken from me long ago.
Alright, forget I said anything. Like I said before, you can check our course on the galaxy map if you want.
I'm
It's on the
doing
wall
that.
behind you.
No, it's on the wall in front of me. See? Look. No. What are you even doing? You said this thing is driving itself. And now you're holding pistols and tapping the air. What the... Once I do this, I do believe that it'll take us to Telos. That's kind of the thing it does. So I'm going to cut off the video here, and I'll see you guys next time. Or not the video, this series of episodes. I'll upload these as soon as I get them done. Hopefully. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? T3 knows, but he's not telling. Well, actually, let's ask him. Hey, do you know if I'm going to upload these? Wow, I have a schedule planned out for everything for the entire next year? What's that look like? Interesting. Alright, well thanks. Anyways, see you guys next time on Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic DOS. The Sith Lords.